going through these workouts, obviously it's going to be more length at your position in the league. What's one of the things you've been able to, you found out about your game that you've been able to work against that type of length?
Just my quickness, just getting around guys and, kind of finishing before they get a chance to contest or block the shot. And, other than that, just getting my body into them and throwing them off balance so I can get the shot over.
You're clearly a guy who played at a high level for a few years, so these guys know you. But what do you think you've been able to kind of show these teams that maybe they haven't seen, just watching tape or games?
Just how consistently I shoot the ball and, my playmaking skills and, my toughness and my defense, mindset, taking pride and, just trying to get a stop every possession and out there competing. But, I always believed in myself and knew what I was capable of, so that's it.
How well do you know Kelly Oubre?
I know him really well. I played with him at Kansas. He's a good guy. He's funny and, he competes.
Has he given you maybe any advice with this process, draft process?
Not really.
What's it like at the end of the workout? Saying that a lot of people have been talking about how tiresome and how grueling the Wizards workouts have been. At the end of the workout, you guys going head-to-head, kind of just to draw that deep and still battle.
Oh, well, yeah, as players, you have to play when you're really fatigued and you have to focus and lock in. So, it was a hard workout, but we all got through it and, I think we all had a fun time.
You obviously got a lot better at knocking down threes this year. How much is that a part of your game, and do you think that can translate to the NBA level?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Ever since I've been shooting from the NBA line, it's been pretty consistent. Over the summer, before I headed into my senior year, I was making 253s a day. So, I think it really paid off, heading in, to all these workouts and, just shooting the ball at the combine and things like that.
When you get a chance to, talk to these guys and in the interviews, there's so many underclassmen in the draft, but you set yourself apart for being 23 years old, consensus National Player of the Year, 4-year player at a high program. What is the message that you're trying to let teams know when you talk to them?
Just how loyal I am, how I'm a team first guy. It's always we instead of I, and if we win, the pie's big enough for everyone. And, I don't have to tell them about my toughness because they see that, my unselfishness and my playmaking skills, that they pretty much see everything else.
Offensively, you think you can play a little point guard if teams by chance talk to you about that at all?
Definitely. I've been playing combo guard my whole career, so I played on the ball and off the ball. Whatever the team needed me to do, I did. So I think I'm comfortable playing the one.
Could you talk about a little bit what you have learned so far from these workouts?
Just the traveling and taking care of your body and treating your body right, because that's how the league is. During the season, you going city to city and you getting a day's rest sometimes. So just taking care of my body and staying in the gym.
Tyler, you were talking to Ernie Grunfeld a little bit. What kind of feedback was he giving you?
Just good workout and good to see them because I talked to them. I had an interview with them in the combine, so I've seen them. But just saying good workout.
Anything surprising of all these workouts you've been through?
Not really surprising. I think I'm ready. I've been working a couple weeks before the combine to get ready for these workouts, so I'm prepared.
Have you noticed anything in these workouts that you would want to try to work on more to, improve your game?
To get my conditioning to be great. It's only good right now, so making that a little better and getting better wind.
Have a lot of teams asked you about your three-point shooting? It seems like it's a big strength of yours.
Yeah, I definitely focus on that a lot when I'm working out or practicing in the gym. So I think that's one of my strengths, catching and shooting and off the dribble. So I definitely work on that a lot, and teams do like that. And as you see the league now, shooting is very key to winning and on their offensive side of the floor.
When you come into a workout like this, how much do you pay attention or study up on the team itself, what they did the year before, what they're looking for, or is it just kind of come in, you kind of know what the workout's going to be and just focus on that?
No, I study the team, every little detail. I want this to be my job, so I got to know everything coming in. And I study, I take notes before coming in, what they need, what they're looking for, and also just being myself as well and playing my game.
So what you learned about the Wizards?
They like to play fast and up tempo, and I've been playing that through college, and that was our offense. So I think I fit in pretty well, and also defending the 1 and the 2 and being that combo guard. And, also just coming off the bench and providing that energy spark.
Is there a former Duck, former teammate, even in your from Cali, that's in the league now, that gave you an idea of what to expect as a pro?
No, not really. I don't really no former Ducks, or I haven't talked to them at least, but not really. Just been preparing myself, and I've been working out at Impact, and whatever pros get there, I try to get in their ear and ask them. But besides that, that's it.
Another episode of The Focus. So happy to be with you guys tonight. We got a lot planned for you guys. If you've been following along on social media, Cardell's been trying to tell you guys we got a jam-packed show all day long. We've been pretty busy as well. But first, I want to welcome our guests, Marcus Thornton and Mr. Brian Inge.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Pleasure. Always love to come cause trouble here.
I mean, I'm just happy that you came in. It's such a different mood than the last time you came in prior to, your humbling of the Wizards.
Before we get there, business first. Cardell, you was right. I said it once before. Let's get the camera right here. Cardell, you was absolutely right. John Wall is a top 5 point guard in the NBA. The Wizards are a great team. Bradley Beal definitely answered the bell this year. I don't have the oohs and ahs with me, but to let Aji know, whatever this man wants, it's on me. I got it.
I was about to go there.
I got it. That's why. Let me go ahead and get it out the way.
I was like, I don't smell the rest of the statement yet. All right, so I mean, I guess we can start now that we got that out of the way.
Don't throw in that extra large half and half too. Make it sweet. Extra sweet.
All right, so this week, at least the past couple of days, you guys been keeping up with us here at The Focus. I'm over at Finest Mag, over at My Mountain Sports. NBA draft's a couple weeks away, in case you're under a rock and had no idea about that. So let me tell you, the NBA draft's a couple weeks away. That being said, the Washington Wizards have the 52nd pick in the draft. That is one pick in this second round. They've been doing their due diligence and starting to interview players and work them out in pre-draft workouts. So we've had the pleasure of attending a couple of those. They've been bringing in about groups of 6.
Yes, sir.
And, intermingling. Sometimes I think one day was all guards. Today we had a nice mix of, really guards and a couple bigs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see what direction they're going. You and I were talking before the show started. So we can go ahead and share this with everybody. Carter, what do you feel like they're literally laser focused on right now?
I think it's the backcourt. I think the draft is deeper with guards. The bigs are kind of more either projects or they're just not good enough, honestly. And they need some depth, for Wall. So Game 7 situation won't happen anymore. He wanted to play 40 minutes or whatnot. I think as far as the bigs, they may tackle that, free agency, see what's out there in summer league, if they can find something, quality. But I think the more sure thing from what we've seen, honestly, are the guards. Like Melo Trimble played well. Frank Mason, he's better than I thought he was. He's his first step is crazy. Guys couldn't even keep him in front of him, and he was strapping up. We all know he could score. I like Blackman from Indiana. He showed signs. So Tyler Dorsey, everybody know he can shoot the hell out of the ball. You saw it in the tournament. So they got a nice little crop that they trying to weed their way through.
Yeah, and the other name I was going to add was Marcus King worked out today.
Yeah,
and Bucket. Oh my goodness.
I mean, he saw it all season. Central Michigan.
Man, look,
I wasn't there. He was there. I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
all right, so like sometimes smaller guards, if you don't add that, sometimes you got to load up off 2 legs for the step back. That's easy off 1. Like, I mean, he went to it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Bucket on a regular basis.
You think you'll get picked?
I mean, somebody don't. That's on them. Like, but I'm just saying, like, and I asked him the question just where the league's going. You know, especially off the second units, and he mentioned it coming off the second units with teams playing smaller, having more space. That's the type of dude. If that's off your second unit, that's a bucket. Why would you not want it? Because I'm thinking, like, you look at what Ian Clark's doing for Golden State coming off the bench, where obviously I think King's a different type of a player, but being undersized a little bit and being able to play in that with that second unit, and as a bucket getter, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, so that way, even if he can't run the team, it's a bonus. If he can't run the team, the second unit, it's not that much onus to run it. If you pair with a guard that is not as
score.
Yeah, I mean, but man, like I know, like knowing he can score, but seeing it, it's just too easy.
You're right.
It's just way too easy today.
You like him better than Frank Mason?
I don't know. We were talking about that outside, and it's like,
Frank Mason.
Like, I like the three of them, and I think Cardell made a great point. I'm gonna let you make it when you were talking about out of the three of those. We were talking about Tremble, Mason, and King. And
I I mean, I just think Frank got the edge defensively because it was a lot of times Tyler Dorsey, like that's what I like about yesterday. They was really going after each other, but Frank was ripping them. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you're not even bigger. You know, when he was guarding like my homeboy for Arkansas, Moses Kingsley, whatnot. You know, bigs, you would think he was shy away from it. He was bodying them, trying to fight. You know, he just a dog, and I think that's where the edge is. He already can make an impact on both sides. Whereas you could tell, like, you know, King, like you said, he already know he got work on the defense, and in the lead with the point guard depth, man, you got guard.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a long night. You know what I'm saying?
Very long nights. But yeah, I'm in agreement with you. That's the guy I think like right away that you plug in, and you feel confident about. You're not worried about, especially with the defensive. Like, I didn't know, like, obviously, you know, Frank Mason's good, but when Cardell was talking about defensively, like, his agility is what I was most impressed by. Yeah. Like, it's one thing, sometimes you're playing defense, it's all about angles, but, like, he's literally just straps. Yeah. It was just straps.
And he's tough.
What are the pre-draft workouts like, as far as, like, I guess, how tough they are for the players? Right, I guess shit.
It's different.
We should ask that.
I think we got an expert on that in-house. So that being said, Marcus.
They're pretty tough. One, because, you know, like, this is guys chasing their dream, you know, so everyone's going hard the entire time. And I think from that aspect alone, just the competitiveness in it is, like, really high level. Different teams do different things, you know. Some teams do want to see more 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Some teams do a little more drill work, so it kind of really depends. But for the most part, it's a few drills, definitely a lot of shooting, a lot of threes. You know, teams are always looking for guys that can stretch the floor and shoot threes. So you get a lot of shots up. You know, they keep track of all that stuff. And you get into a little 2-on-2, 3-on-3, and different type of situations from, you know, their playbook or kind of what they want to see, you know, their guys do, you know, in the games for them during the season. So that's pretty much the general gist of it. For me, at least, it was when I was doing the process.
And it's a consensus, like, all the players are saying the Wizards workout have been the worst, like, the toughest. All of them, like, man, the conditioning. Like, when we come in there, they limp into the interview process. Like, I'm like, what's going on? And that's what I like about Mason. Like, even after the workout, everybody like, man, it was tough. He got the ball, still shooting. I'm like, man, he's tough. Like, man.
Yeah, he won it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He hungry. You could just see it. So that's what caught my eye. So, yeah, but, yeah, everybody's saying the Wizards so far, every time they come here, it's the toughest. So
we had Keen today. He said Boston was more conditioning.
Oh,
yeah. So I just want to add that just today, because that was the first time in the past couple of days when we heard somebody say something
the Wizards
that wasn't Washington, because they've been putting them through the ringer. And again, like, we only get to see like the last 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, they're done already. Okay, and then like today, it was extra because they were working like 3-on-3 today, but what they were doing is like throughout the play, each person had to finish scoring. So it's like, even if they were switching, you could hedge a little bit, but you couldn't fully switch. So it's kind of crazy. Whichever big was the better pick setter, some shooters wide open,
right.
And you just stuck fighting through the screens. There's a couple of times with Xavier Nathan Reyes from Florida State. Him and Chris Jenkins were matched up, and
Chris Jenkins from Villanova.
Yes, yeah. He was here today, and then the big from Kansas, Landon. I'm gonna mess up his last name. It eludes me at the moment. He was setting great screens. So Chris just couldn't get through him. Yeah. And, you know, Xavier's just wide open. Probably need to do a better job knocking those down. But it was just fun watching that because they had to go at each other's neck. And that's when I walked away dumb impressed with Keene, because in that work, and he had another small guard on him versus having a big guard. I think it was Justin Robinson from Monmouth. Monmouth. And, man, look. He just worked.
He cooked them. Just call it what it is.
He do what he do. Get a bucket.
It was slight work for him. Like, off the step backs, getting by him whenever he wanted. He was finishing on the bigs a couple times. I mean, but it was good. It was just cool because they were dead tired and they just kept going. So it's like, for you to finish out the set, if your team scored, you had to hit a free throw. And because you're so tired, if you miss the free throw, the 2 points go away.
Oh, so after each bucket, you got to hit a free throw.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then if you miss the free throw and the other team get the rebound, they get the possession, you lose your 2 points.
I like that.
Same thing continues. So, like, it was like game point for like 15 minutes.
I might do the game.
And Keene was the one that finished it off.
Hey, Atkins a beast, man. Atkins gonna play.
But we definitely have more content for you guys coming. Get over to Finest Bag. Get over to My Modern Sports. I will have that up for you guys in the next, within the next 24 hours.
You said the last one next week?
Yes, the last one I believe is going to be next week. So we'll both be there for that. Going to have some more content. It's just fun during this time of the draft because a lot of people, sometimes while people are busy making mock drafts and whatnot, just getting a chance. Obviously, we don't get the same perspective you get because you were working out, but still getting a chance to be in that situation, just be in the building when that's going on is just a great look and just a different viewpoint of the whole process. So with that being said, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna talk both Marcus Thornton and Brian Inge. You're watching The Focus, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, welcome back. Man, we're going to jump right into this interview. Obviously, everybody's paying attention to it. I'm going to get both of your thoughts. What's your thoughts on the finals, man? Both of y'all.
Warriors in 3.
Good Lord.
I'm Warriors in 4. I'm with the sweep, man. I think they're going to get it. I think they're going to get it done.
You think so?
Yeah.
Can I interject real quick? It just feels so good.
Oh, man.
I'm taking so much flack to have somebody else on my side. Because, man, just,
Who in here Cleveland fan?
Nobody.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
if you, I will send you the links to the past couple shows in which I wasn't treated very nicely for my opinion when asked about the finals, but continue.
I mean, after last year, it was kind of hard to bet against LeBron. But I could be on my last dime and I'm still betting against LeBron.
You know what? For the people that's watching, like, what's your beef with LeBron?
It's not LeBron, it's LeBron fans.
That's how I feel. So it's like the Cowboys thing. I don't have a problem with this Cowboy.
I
Okay.
hate y'all. I can't stand y'all. LeBron, I have no beef with LeBron, but
Respect
I had to
the
really
heck out of
analyze. I'm like, why do I hate LeBron? Like, he ain't done it for me.
It's the noise. It's the noise.
It's the child.
Exactly.
It's the noise.
I'm thinking about 2 people right now. I'm not gonna put them out there. But just get on my nerves, yo.
You kind of did. You only singled it out to 2.
I mean, Buddha and my man Ty.
Okay.
I can't stand them, bro, when it comes to LeBron. Can't stand it.
Look, you know I'm the biggest Mike fan out there, so the fact that he's the greatest ever pass, I'm like, it irks the hell out of me.
Yeah, and like he was saying, it's really the media around it. It's not like LeBron has always said, says this, that, and the other. He kind of does what he does and sticks to his roots, but there's so much other stuff around it that you kind of get confused, and it makes you think like or feel like LeBron's winning out there when it's really just the media creating that around him. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they got to do a much better job of, as Cardell and I were talking earlier, just be patient. Like, there's nothing like, I'm just going to keep it a buck. There's 100 things you can find to talk about other than bringing up the 96 Bulls in the series that's 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like can we wait till this is done?
Yeah.
1. 2, can we make it a prerequisite that if we're going to start getting into this pointless Jordan Brown debate, that you've watched at least more than just Come Fly With Me?
They didn't even watch that.
Like, no, and that's
they watched 98, the last shot. That's it.
Because there's a lot of people like, well, Wizards Mike was doing this. Stop it. Just stop it. Like, leave things alone. At the end of the day, it's going to be hard to compare them. Anyways, like, why don't you compare them to other small forwards? How about we start there before we even start barking up that other tree? But I just need that to stop for a little bit. Could we just enjoy life?
They so busy trying to compare him to Mike already. He ain't even catch Kobe yet. You can say what you want. He hasn't caught Kobe yet.
I ain't disagreeing.
No. I was just looking in your direction. I ain't got no beef with you. You got it. But he ain't even really caught Kobe yet.
I
mean, you can say what you want, but he hasn't caught Kobe yet.
Magic, Duncan, all these great players, it just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, it's like that. It's that easy, but
he barely got D-Wade. I'm gassing.
I'm about to say, I don't know about that.
I'm a huge D-Wade fan, but I feel like you're doing a little bit extra with that last
thing. For the fans, I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Say just a bit extra, but go ahead, Cardell.
For Marcus, speaking of the NBA, we in draft season. A lot of people have different experiences, different thoughts, but what was the draft process like for you from Portsmouth, individual workouts, summer league, all the way up to the training camp?
I mean, all that stuff was really exciting. Like I said earlier, all guys playing in college, had a dream to play in the NBA. So kind of really being put in that field, and you're flying to different teams, different arenas. Meeting coaching staff, having a chance to really show what you can do, and just kind of be in front of all that. It's really exciting and kind of nerve-wracking at the same time. My first workout was with the Spurs. Just kind of being in the facility and walking around, and just getting ready for that workout. It's just like you don't know what to expect really. You want to play really well, but you don't want to, So after my first one, after that, I feel like that kind of really just launched me into all my other ones. I did 13 workouts. The more you do, the more comfortable you get. And just a really exciting time, And for me, I wasn't on the draft board or anything like that. So just being able to compete You know, I just feel like just trying to give myself the best chance to get drafted. It was a really fun process to me, and definitely one I always remember.
And one thing, we're talking with the players after the Wizards workout, they do bring up how the travel gets rough after a while. You know, it's like their 5th or 6th workout, and they like, some of them forgot, where they were. You know, they know it's the Wizards, but they like, man, hold up.
Nah, that's real. That's real. I mean, my first couple were kind of like 4 or 5 days apart, but then I did 13 total. Then like after, I don't know, the 4th or 5th one, it was kind of like I had back-to-back, then fly home for a day, go back out again, back-to-back. Once you start getting to those back-to-backs, that's when you start like, you got to look around like, what hotel am I in right now? What city is this? Like, where I go tomorrow when I get home, so it's a lot going on. But, you want it bad enough, you're willing to do it. I mean, I know myself, I told my agent, because they asked you, are you okay with this back-to-back? Like, how you feeling? I'm like, man, send me everywhere I'm going. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, so you got to take it and try to make the most of it.
So how do it work out as far as setting up workouts? Do the agent contact you, ask you what you want, or is necessary the team's contacting you?
I think it's more so the agent, because they're more able to talk with, the GMs and the teams and, see who likes you and whatnot, or, who might be the best fit, and looking forward to a summer league too, not just the draft, because you want to try to get in that too. So, more so them, and then they ask you about, what you think or who else is in the workout. So, yeah.
Okay, and then pretty much after the draft is summer league. What's the summer league grind like?
Different teams do different things. I know for the Celtics, the last 2 years, we do like a little mini camp before we go, and that's intense because some of the guys that some of the first and second year guys there from before, right. And a lot of summer league guys, but. We're going hard, working on putting a lot of new plays, it's drill work, and lifting too. So that's great. I mean, it's just all basketball, you're in the hotel. We did 2 days for the first couple of days. So, I mean, it's high intense stuff.
Okay. I mean, you've been overseas the past couple of years.
Yeah, past couple of years. I was in Australia after my first year after I got drafted, and I was in Italy this past year.
Okay. And what are the differences between being overseas and being in the NBA mix?
Really just that overseas life, like for Australia, that's pretty close to America. Like, it was no language barrier. Big time difference, but as far as, just being home, it wasn't that much of a difference. Last year, the season was 9 months, so that was a lot longer compared to 6 months. Language barrier, the league's a little different, but as far as the rules, like Australia was pretty similar to the NBA rules and whatnot. So it's a grind. It's a grind. You're away from your family for a long time. And, especially if you're not winning, I think no matter where you play, not winning makes the season a lot more difficult. But, be away from family and just having to kind of deal with some different stuff just from a culture standpoint, it can be taxing, So you have to be mentally strong and really handle and endure that.
Okay. What advice would you give college players who have legit shot at the pros coming out?
Just continue to work hard. I mean, just try to control what you can control. That's all you can really do at the end of the day, So you never really know what opportunity might come your way, so just trying to stay prepared and be ready at all times. You have to get ready. That's really the best advice I can give anybody. Like, just take advantage of what's given to you. Don't hold back. Really go for it. Cause this is it's kind of like, it's not now or never, but like I said, you don't know when the opportunity is coming, so you want to be ready for it when it does come, because you might not get another one. So.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I can attest to that. Just I was with him for a lot of his process, being like on the outside of watching him work. I mean, it was many times where coming up and I'd be like, let's work out at 8 a.m. And knowing they kids, they having fun, stuff like that. He in the gym 8 a.m. working. So, all right, let's work out twice today. All right, cool. Let's work out 3 times. All right, I'm gonna go work out with my other trainer, then do this leg work, then work out again. So I mean, guys like Marcus and guys like that who put the work in, like, they don't need to be on the draft board. They're gonna get their opportunity when it comes to them, and that's one thing I would say to the next generation or whoever has dreams of being a professional athlete or successful in their field. You gotta put in the work, and don't worry about tomorrow. Just worry about getting better today. Every day to get better. So be better than you were yesterday. Be better than you were the day before that. So that was one thing that I always admired about Marcus. I never told him that I really admired was his drive to be better. Not necessarily to make the NBA, because we used to tell him, you're an NBA player, and he used to laugh at us. But his grind to be the best version of himself was something that I always admired, and I thought that was a great quality that was going to keep him being successful after basketball was done many, many years down the line.
And for both of y'all, I mean, how do you feel with players that try to get by on talent? Like I said, you're in the NBA mix. Do you think they last long?
It depends. It really depends, because so much goes into it. Situation. Who's on the team. Coach or Some players really do have enough talent to just get by on that, but it's very slim. You know, it's very slim. And I feel like guys like myself, you know, and people who keep working, you know, you give yourself an opportunity to pass guys like that. So, you know, I'm sure it's, you know, some guys who have been able to, you know, and that's, you know, more power to them, but it's not the general consensus for everybody. So if you can, you know, if you have the opportunity and you really love it, you know, that's what you want to do, you know, you got to work for it. You got to work for it.
What's your focus moving forward in your career? You looking to lock down the NBA roster, or you know, you cool with being overseas? What's the focus?
No, focus right now is definitely NBA. You know, I feel like I'm an NBA player. I'm confident in my ability to, you know, have an impact for a team. You know, just a matter of, like we're saying, just there.
Okay, cool. Mr. Inge, 12-0.
12-0.
16 now the Blue Devils, DC Blue Devils. 16 now is 12-0. Did you see that coming early in the season? I know you told me y'all was gonna be strong. I know you expected that, but undefeated on the circuit. Did you see that coming?
Nah, I mean, Quads is kept early in the spring. We were a little worried because we had a lot of moving parts. We really didn't know what exactly we were gonna have, so we couldn't have like consensus or great practices to start the spring. So after we figured out what we were gonna have, we had like 4 or 5 great practices. And I think that's a testament to our staff. We do a good job of really preparing our guys. Right. But we knew it'd be good. We didn't know we would be this good this soon. Going into New York, I remember the first game we won by like 36 points, something like that. And I'm thinking, man, wow, we're smooth, we're sharp. Okay, we're ready, we're good. I mean, maybe that team isn't that good. Fast forward 3 weeks later, that team is the number 2 team in the entire thing, and we beat them by 36. And so, exactly. So we're doing really good, man. I mean, we definitely overachieved to what I thought we would at this time. I still think we have the ability to win a championship. Never want to, you know, count your eggs before they hatch. But I think we definitely have the caliber team to be a UAA championship team. But it's like I said the first time I was on here. It's a day-to-day process, man, and the guys continue to get better. Before I was here, I was in the gym with some of the guys just continuing to get better, and everyone just plays for themselves. Everyone's all in. It doesn't matter. No one cares who's scoring the points. No one cares who's getting all the accolades. They just want to win, and all the college coaches are taking notice of that, which is what's most important. We got all our guys really getting recruited. I think under-recruited, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got a lot of guys who are high majors who I think are supposed to be blue chips, who will be blue chips. We've got some low major guys that are probably playing their way into the mid majors, and mid majors playing their way to possible high majors. So everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, and hopefully we can just keep taking care of business. And in July, like I said, we're number 3 in the country in one ranking. Hopefully we can get that top spot. Maybe we can get a second crack at TakeOver, who got us in Hampton. So we'll see what happens. But we're having a great spring. We had a great spring. Looking forward to having a great summer in July, and just trying to keep the train rolling, man. It's definitely a great ride to be on right now.
What do y'all have to do to pull off the historic feat and win the championship and be undefeated?
Stay focused. Stay focused. We can't get caught up in the highlights. I got this shirt right now. It says Highlight Factory. That's what we call ourselves. Be funny, but we can't get caught up in the highlights and all the accolades and everyone saying good things about us. We just got to keep grinding. We got a lot of guys who, at one point in their lives, was overlooked. So we got a lot of guys who got chips on their shoulders. So, which is a good thing. So it's easier to get them back in the frame of mind that we need to win a championship. But just remain focused, and we're only competing against ourselves, no one else. Just keep getting better every day. Keep playing together. Keep buying into what the players keep buying in what the coaches are saying. Coaches keep coaching them the right way and giving them leeway to be kids and play through mistakes and stuff like that. And I think we have a great shot of winning. I don't want to jinx us and say we're going to finish undefeated, but we have a great shot of winning out, and just got to continuing to take care of business.
Okay, getting away from wins and losses as a coach, how happy are you with the growth of the team and players individually?
I'm very, very excited. Very excited. For my returners, like we've got guys like Marvin Price, who led the UA in scoring last year. Right. This year he isn't scoring nearly as much, but he's a much better all-around player, and that's why his offers are piling up. He was in Florida today, UCF yesterday, and Miami before that. And then we've got guys like James Lee, who was under-recruited last year, great athlete. He didn't play in New York with us because of some paperwork, but played the last 2 sessions, and he's probably jumping to the high major room just because being a complete player, putting in the work. The Mitchell twins, a lot has been said about them in the past, but they're starting to develop to the players that I think they're always going to be. Mikhail's getting more explosive, more comfortable in his offensive game. Makai's starting to really take ownership. Like, I'm going to be the best player in the country. That's what he wants to be. And they're becoming better teammates, better leaders. That's the main thing. I want them to be better leaders. They're becoming better leaders on the court, which I'm so happy to see. And we got a lot of guys who just play hard and play together. Like, I mean, we've all been with teams where guys don't want to share the basketball. Yeah. So, but we've got a team of guys who just, they'd rather make the extra pass than score themselves. So that makes it easy as a coach to tell them, like, all right, you know what? Yeah, you got the green light. Do you? Because I know at the end of the day, if it's somebody's open, you're going to make the right play. Right. So I have no problem with giving you the freedom. So we can give our guys freedom. They just play hard on defense, and everything else takes care of itself.
This summer, what have you learned that has made you better as a coach?
That's a great question. I would just say just being even keel. You know, don't get too high on the ups, don't get too lows on the downs. Last summer, we didn't do quite well. I took that personally on the inside, and I probably could have did a few things differently. Maybe I probably could have done a few things to help our players be a little bit more successful. But the talent level wasn't what it was. But I think that prepared me for this year. So in LA, I coached a team, and I mean, they performed well. I was able to, you know, I'm one of those guys who like to draw up something every time out. I'm going to draw. I'm in a chess match with the other coach. Right. You know, so I'm always thinking, what is he doing? Okay, I'm going to do this. And to their credit, they pick stuff up, execute, and make me look good. So I just learned to trust my players more. Don't worry so much. At the end of the day, it's just a game, and just have fun. At the end of the day, just have fun.
Okay. We'll see y'all again. I'll see you.
I definitely got a couple questions. Gonna go back to Marcus real quick. Obviously, NBA is your goal. You talked about your mental toughness being something that you found out about yourself in the overseas grind. As far as your game goes, what's the first thing that comes to mind in terms of what you may have added, or you feel is totally different and it's gonna help you go forward and help reach your goals?
I think the more you play, you just become more mature. You're more comfortable with the game. So I think my abilities in the pick and roll have improved. I played a lot of that this year, especially I played a lot better in the second half of the season of this year. But playing point guard and playing the two guard and having doing a bit of both, I just think having that full combo package can really help and really make me an asset for a team. And then just continue to get better on defense. I know that I was always picked on that about that in college, but I think. I know the physicality in Australia and Italy pretty tough. A lot of fouls get let go. You really got to play through a lot and fight for everything. So just having that experience and being able to be a part of that and, really work at that while I was over there, I think has helped.
All right, then to follow that up, we talk about a positive. What's one thing you feel like you really need to kind of just buckle down on coming off this season?
I can't hear what you're saying.
You good now?
You got me? Good now. Okay. Yeah. What'd you say?
I was gonna say. So we talked about a positive. On the other side of it, what's one thing you feel that you need to work on a little bit just to buckle down going forward?
Getting stronger. The physicality in the NBA. Strongest athletes in the world, and just continue to shoot the ball really well. At NBA 3, like I said, teams really appreciate that because it spreads the floor, and I think I'm a great shooter. I shot the ball really well in high school. College, high school too. Probably not as great as I could have shown my first 2 years overseas, but still, pretty reasonable. So that, and just, I think I can really play point guard. I think a lot of people put me in the combo guard position, and I am. But I think with my ability to handle the ball, I can really use the ball screen well and be able to, not only score, but find guys and score from all three levels at that too, which is big.
All right, Brian, you're not gonna get out of this without any questions. So obviously, Cardale, I think, got all the coach questions pretty much taken down. What have you been most impressed by his team? Obviously, he's, a lot of things come to mind. You're undefeated, but you're a coach. I know you're thinking about something at all times to keep your team on edge. But what's the things you've been most surprised by about a group of kids undefeated, and you're talking about being able to stay on track and everything?
Well, they set the goal of being the #1 team in the country and winning it all. So it wasn't something that I put on them or one of the coaches put on them. It was something that they came to me like, yo, B, we got to win this. I'm like, oh, yeah? yeah, we got to win this. It starts today. All right, y'all gonna start today, then let's get it. That's what really impressed me the most. And it wasn't just one guy; it was like our entire team. So when we get in, we get after it. I mean, the guys are policing themselves. Like, no, you're not going hard enough. We're not gonna win games that way. This is not. Matter of fact, I have one story. So we were playing Team Thad in New York. It was our last game, and UA set us up with a terrible schedule this year. I don't know why they did that. So we had the 8 o'clock. We had 3 games on Saturday, and an 8 o'clock game on Sunday. So, you know what I'm saying? Kids are tired. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of wear and tear on a Saturday. You know, of course they kids, so they up till 2, 3 in the morning, you know, doing whatever they doing. And we got to get up and play. So we get down early. Guys aren't playing well. And one of the twins really, we call a timeout. And before we get even, I mean, you know me, I'm ready to get in it. So one of the twins, Makai, actually got in the huddle, was like, yo, this is not how we play. Yo, pick this up. This is not how we play. Come on, man. This is not blue level basketball. We're not going to win the championship like this. This is not how we play. Didn't have to say nothing. We won by 25. So that's what impressed me. Like, these guys are really policing themselves, and they want to win. And when you got a group of guys that really want to win above anything else, it makes everything so much easier because you can really, like, no funny stuff, get in them because they want it as bad as you want it for them. You know, so, like, they're going to get all the offers they want to get. I wouldn't be surprised if on this team I might have 3, maybe not McDonald's, but all-star circuit level players on the team, and 3 or 4 other ones that probably down the line you're like, man, those kids are really good. Who'd they play with? Oh, why didn't we recruit him? So that's why, I like these kids, man. They play hard. They play the right way. They're winners. They're winners. At the end of the day, I can roll with you a winner. You mess up, that's cool. I'm going to roll with you, because you're playing the right way. You're doing things the right way. I'm all about doing things the right way. And these kids definitely, at least try for the most part, do things the right way.
That's awesome. Cardell, you got anything to add? Octavia, now? All right, so we're going to take a quick break. You guys can't go anywhere because the best part of the show is coming up in a little while. We got rapid fire, so we get to see people sweat, quick questions, fun times. But we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk a little Mystics. They're currently playing right now. They're in the midst of a 4-game win streak, trying to make it win number 5. They're currently leading. I'll tell you the score, but then you might not come back. So we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, talk a little bit Mystics, got a DC United update, and then after that, it's Cardell's favorite time of the show. It's rapid fire. You're watching The Focus. We'll be right back. So first of all, I had a couple double-digit leads in that game. How important is it for you guys kind of work on closing quarters and have better going forward?
It's huge, so we can stop having these heart attacks and last possession games. So we're doing some really great things. We're just not closing out quarters, and I feel like we just need to continue doing what we're doing and stay consistent, but it'll come with more games.
All right, in that sequence where you got fouled shooting a 3, it didn't look like you would even pump it. Yeah, were you surprised that she closed out that hard, like left her feet?
I feel like I was trying to give a pump fake, and maybe that looked like I was going to shoot, and I'm sure she's told, close out, and we'll have you on help side. So, I did one of those last game, and I know what that's like. So it's always difficult, but you try to make people pay for being over-aggressive.
You guys had 40-plus rebounds tonight.
Yeah.
You had a monster game in the class. Talk about what you guys did, both you personally and as a team, to win another game where you're consistently beating teams on the rise.
Yeah, when we're playing well, we're rebounding. We had a few stretches where we weren't getting to the boards, and you can't give a team like that extra possessions. So I think it's huge that we continue to do it and just be even more consistent with our rebounding throughout an entire game.
And then lastly, you see when you guys got started this game offensively, it felt like for the first time all season, like multiple people were in the groove.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on that early?
Christy was on fire to start the game, and I felt like anywhere she pulled up, that thing was going in. So it's always nice to, see people feeling their shots going in and gets everybody else going. So hopefully we can keep continuing games that way.
Welcome back, everybody. As promised, we're going to get to this quick local update. The Washington Mystics right now are playing the Dallas Wings. The score is 50-42 in favor of the Washington Mystics. Not a great start, but very competitive. Like, one of the things they had issues with on the road earlier this year was getting on the road and getting lambasted by the home team. This game, in the first quarter, they only were down 2 points, but they had a monster second quarter. 27-17 in the second quarter, pretty much telling you why they have that lead as right now. Deladon leading the way with 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. And some players are back. We got Taylor Hill back on the court, 8 points. Christy Tyler was continuing off from the other night when she started dumb hot.
Yeah.
Was it 4 triples the other night?
Yeah.
Before she went quiet for a little while. So she has 7 right now. The Goon Squad's back in effect. We thought Natasha Cloud was going to be out for a while. She's back. So you got the Goon Squad is responsible right now for 16 points. You know, Ivory Cloud and Tiana Hawkins, who's been amazing this year thus far. So it's not bad right there, man. This would be 5 in a row. And then they got a big matchup later this week. Friday at home, taking on the Minnesota Lynx. So it's going to be, as Cardell said several times, while they're trying to get better, it's going to be fun to see them against that top-level competition, just to see where they're at. And Cardell, please tell everybody what Coach told people after the game on Sunday, which might be surprising to some.
He said they only operating at 50% of what they can do offensively, which is scary because they're winning. You know, I'm like, so what's gonna happen when they're close to 100? Because they still missing Emma. She's overseas right now, so you know she's a legit 17 a game, 17 and 9 player. So what happens when she come back and they all put it together? You know, I don't want to throw that C word out. It's kind of early, you know, but we gonna see where they at Friday. But it's not far-fetched to start thinking about it.
And, like, that's the biggest thing you said. If they're at 50%, and we know they're obviously not where they need to be at yet, and they're still winning, that's a great look because they're still getting to know each other. I guess the big thing for them we got to keep an eye on is to see how the defense holds up because we saw against the Dream, that should be the game. They won by 20, 25 plus. They built 2 18-point leads and ended up having, you know, again, this is what Della Don's here for, you know, making a big play late. But the game should never been in that situation.
How good is she? I mean, I know she's good.
She's amazing.
I'm going to let everybody else talk before I talk. Cardell?
I guess the NBA comparison would be, KDS without the handle.
I know you want to say
KDS without the handle. She's not very, you know what I mean? She's not as athletic like a Candace Parker or something like that, but skill-wise and all that, I mean, you hear Dirk comparison, she's in that mode. Like young Dirk when you know 2011 final, she's more in that mode. So, I mean, she's a closer because that's what they needed. Because in the past they were good, they would get to like first or second round, but they would always run into the team with a Liberty or something that can, you know, match up with their team, and they never really had somebody that can get them over the hump. Now they got somebody that they can throw the ball to, move out the way, get them a bucket, stop the bleeding, kind of like how KD does for Golden State. So at least with the Cavs. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying. You know, it's early. I'm starting to think championship. I got to see them against the heavyweights first, but the way they playing now, and they're deep. Like starters from the past few years for playoff teams are now 8th and 9th, 10th. Yeah, like Ivory was an all-star point guard, but now she's coming off the bench. Yeah. And she's like the 7th or 8th person off the bench. So you see what I'm saying? Like it could be interesting. They might be the first one to get a championship.
Like their first and second.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Like their first and second round pick only played last week because people were hurt. Like Shatori Kimbrough Walker
from Maryland.
From Maryland, and then Jenny Sims.
From ODU.
Yeah, but listen,
and
again.
She only get off the bench. Like that's what I'm saying.
2 people had to be hurt for the first and second round picks to play extensive minutes. That's how deep they are.
And Tebow, the head coach, he don't get enough credit for his GM skills, you know. And a lot of people don't know he drafted Jordan back then. You know, like he goes way back with NBA credibility. So, man, he knows talent, you know, and he the one who orchestrated that deal for Della Don, you know. So. Hey man, just stay tuned. We gonna see because they got some heavyweights soon. Candace Parker coming into town.
That's what they do in Minnesota.
They come in Friday.
I mean that'll be the fun part is to see how they do without Emma because the great thing is no matter what happens, Emma comes back in a month.
Yeah.
You know, and we haven't really. It's kind of weird because like that chemistry now, like, and again, I hate to go to the Warriors again, but you know how Kev and Steph didn't really get the chemistry down till late. I think this was going to happen with Emma and Elena just because Emma hasn't been here. So, I mean, it should be fun, and Emma's a bucket.
I got a question about the WNBA in general.
Sure.
Tired.
Sure.
So, you know, ratings go up and down with WNBA, and fan support, it wavers at times. I mean, I'm a fan of WNBA. I've watched WNBA since Cynthia Cooper and Teresa.
Yes, sir.
That was my mom.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? So, I was raising the roof and all that. But I just feel like, you know, women's basketball is bigger internationally. You might can speak on this a little bit more better than I can. What can we do in the States to get it as popular as it is overseas?
The powers that be, they control the teams, control the leagues, and the males. They need to get off the male ego thing and just really support the women. It's as simple as that. Like, you'd be surprised how many young reporters I'll bring them to the game. And, you know, they kind of like, man, it's just a basketball game. They come in, but after the game, they be like, yo, I didn't know they could play like that. Like, this for real. I'm like, yeah, like they could ball. And then it's a newfound respect. So they got to promote it more like they do the league. I ain't saying they got, you know, they need to get paid more. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you got, you know, Tarazi doing it. Angel McCautry, one of the biggest stars. She's taking the whole season off the rest of her body because they got to keep going overseas. They literally ball year round to make ends meet. That's not cool. But in a lot of ways, the aspect of the women's game is better than the men's. Like, you're not going to see a lot of, you know, WNBA players cheating the game, you know, sitting out or not being fundamentally sound, not competing every night, man. And they getting paid drastically less. That's why you can get behind it. And these girls can hoop, man. Like, it's you know, and a lot of men getting their feelings. They be like, man, I'm like, if you, any dude that play ball appreciate a woman that can play ball.
Yeah, I was about to say, for the people that do play, I feel like, you know what I'm saying,
they appreciate it.
It's easy to appreciate, you know, just like you said, the skill set for them is high level, you know, so.
Because they can't get by on athletic, well, most of them can't get by on athleticism, so I feel like the dudes that try to downplay it, like, they just can't cut it as a player, so it hurts them to see a woman doing something physically that they can never do. So that's all it is, just get behind. It's not really hard, because they do a lot of good job on their own, and they have to promote it. But like I said, once you go to a game and you see how competitive it is, and everything, man, look. I mean, even in the Verizon Center, people like it's empty, but it's loud in there. And there's been plenty of times I've been to a Wizards game, and it's full, it's quiet.
Quiet, bougie.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? So
I can't wait till their facility gets built.
Yeah,
it was a little bit smaller and
it'll
be more live in there. But yeah, just what Cardell said, just respect it. Like, literally, that's it. Just respect it.
Nah, and I'm going to give you a good
basketball.
example. Okay. When we covered for the show, that was like our first event for the TV show where we covered Maryland, UConn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I know no men's game matched it. It was packed to the roof. Like, even men alumni came to that game. Yeah. We couldn't even hear each other. Like, we had to text each other just to communicate. You know, I'm baseline and everything, but I couldn't yell at them from the, you know, table. But the Mystics game, I could holler at them. Like, that's when I know, oh, so y'all can follow the Mystics if y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? But they came for UConn. See, UConn, you go every game, no matter how good the Connecticut Sun is, every game sold out. Same with Minnesota and all that. Even when Candace Parker come to town, the Verizon Center sold out. So they do it for certain stars because they're big and everything like that. Even when Deladon came, it would be sold out. I don't understand why this area don't get behind it, but they do that with the Wizards. The Wizards, like when they started off, when you was texting me, giving me a hard time saying they trash.
That's a great example.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a great example.
Wonderful example.
Nobody at the games, nobody was there. We was there. It was like, as soon as they start winning, man, the arena filled up quick, man. It's just, this area is just a bandwagon area.
Let me find some tickets.
It's just a bandwagon area, but man, you gotta come to the game. You know?
And that's the thing. If you come to the game, you're gonna leave with respect for it. And that's the other thing I don't get is just, if you're not sure about something, go check it out before you run your mouth about it. Like, it takes 2 seconds. Just,
look at the tournament. Homegirl from Mississippi State hit the game winner, beat UConn. How that just took over the sports world.
Right.
Come on, man. Like,
now, I just think it needs to be a better focus overall on women's basketball. I mean, they say that they're taking a loss, but I don't think they're really not marketing the women's game like they could.
No, they don't.
I mean, the NBA, same thing for the D League. The NBA, I mean, their payroll is in the hundreds and hundreds of millions. You could take $2 or $3 million and fund a WNBA team, and everyone has a great salary, a great paycheck, and then take the rest of it and put it into marketing and stuff like that. It's simple. Maybe it's more difficult.
No, it's a choice. Yeah, I feel like it's a choice, and I'm okay jumping all the way out there. I feel like it's been a choice for years because, let's keep it a buck, all NBA content that gets produced by the league all the time, some of it is very, very stupid. So why don't you just take that same effort at times and put it towards the women's game? And the sad thing is, like, yeah, a lot of the NBA players do support the women's teams, but it takes 2 seconds to record a commercial. You got, I think, Josh from North Carolina, Ivy's from Carolina. You ain't put them in a commercial yet. They've been here together for what, 5-6 years?
All-star point guards, carrying their franchise.
Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, Taylor Hill got, it's not the same game as Brad, but it's this different fun things you can do. Like, I can literally sit here, give me 15 minutes, come up with like 30 great marketing ideas.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, and this ain't a knock to her, but they marketing Deladon. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
They have to. Come on, man. It's just.
They just got to do better, man. They just got to do better. Quick DC Night update before we jump into rapid fire. They're going through it right now. It's pretty much almost halfway through the season for them. They are literally at the bottom of the table, aka the standings, in MLS. coach said like maybe 3-4 weeks ago, they're looking to the transfer window. That's when soccer teams trade. There's 2 windows a year. And the cool thing about that is you can trade anywhere in the world. It's not just within your league. Yes, fun times. So all across the world. So like you know, if you're being a headache or something, you can go get banished somewhere, and you don't really have a choice.
So it's okay.
It's not on you, sir. Oh yeah, it's not on you. It's not on you, sir. So they got us. They probably gonna end up looking a little bit different by July when the window opens. But until then, they just got to take it one step at a time. They're hesitant to put games together. But Bill Mead's been amazing. He's probably the best keeper in the league for like the past 4 years. He's homegrown. So again, for folks that don't pay too much attention to the MLS, arguably the league's best keeper has been here for the past 5 years. Check out a game. He's amazing.
I couldn't tell you
Just
one MLS player.
that's fine. Go to RFK. I just told you Bill Mead. It'll keep you entertained for the entire time. He just recorded his 600th career saved, fastest, which isn't a great look, I guess, for DC United too much. But
DC team name?
DC United.
DC United. Okay.
Gotcha.
See, that's terrible.
It's okay. But you know, at least you're open about it. It's all good. So he recorded 600 career saves. So shout out to him, the fastest keeper in the league to have done so. He's only like 26.
Oh, okay. Whatever happened to Freddie and Duke?
I'll tell you after the show. We're going to move on to Cardell. Cardell for rapid fire. But I got you.
All right. Man, we gonna jump right into it. Jason Whitlock. You already done look. Jason Whitlock from Fox Sports said, after his house was vandalized with a racist remark, LeBron James is too rich to have to deal with racism. We gonna start with the guys. We're gonna start.
Wow, that's a crazy comment. He's saying that it shouldn't happen to him, or is he saying like how?
No, he shouldn't even feel racism because he's so rich. It's not an issue to him.
Wow, that's really crazy. I mean, no matter how much money you have or anything, like that stuff is, it's institutionalized, and it's just like it's so much deeper than money or basketball or who you are in the world. Like us as individuals, young black men, I don't want to get too deep into it, and all that, but it's just a lot behind it, and it's just an asinine comment for real.
Oh yeah.
That just shows you how out of touch some people of other skin colors are to what minorities go through.
Yeah.
For him to say something like
he's
that.
Us.
Yeah.
Oh, he's black.
Jason Whitlock, the fab, like
Yeah.
Oh, he got to do better. He got to do better. He got to do better.
I was trying to give it to you, son.
Oh, he got to do better. He got to do better. For a black man to say that about another black man, to say he shouldn't feel racist because he has money, that.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. I don't have the words for that because even if you came up with money, which LeBron didn't, you understand. You know someone who grew up with challenges.
Mm-hmm.
You know someone who didn't have money or who stayed in a 2-bedroom house with 8 siblings. So I don't understand how you could say that like you don't feel racism. No, you definitely feel racism because one day LeBron's son is going to grow up and he may not be as good as his father, and he's going to have to deal with being black in America. Mm-hmm. So how you tell that man, nah, you don't have to worry about it. You're rich. Nah, I'm still black in America, and that means something.
And even before I let you, even with LeBron, I got my pet peeves as far as basketball with him, but when he made that decision, people burned his, like you saw what it, that didn't matter. Like he had them a lot of money then. You saw the racism come out. It was ignorant. So for him to say that, but that's just Whitlock. Whitlock says, he's the Uncle Ruckus of the media.
Okay.
Like, that's who he is. Go ahead.
My only thing is to say that about LeBron when we had our first black president that still was being questioned the entire time he was the president. So you got the guy that's the leader of the entire United States of America going through racism. What makes you think LeBron, who's a basketball player, yes, he makes a lot of money, is above it? So just like everybody said, it's an asinine comment from an asinine person. Certain people don't deserve microphones.
Yeah.
And, it's a shame that, he felt like that was okay to say. It just shows the type of person that he is, though.
Yeah. Just for probably like a sound bite for a few clicks.
It's, his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
It's just what he does, man. Like money's the root of all evil. Your man sold it.
So he sold it.
Like on a regular basis, he does this, goes and finds African Americans and finds a way to tear them down for no reason because he literally can't find anything to talk about. He did it with Cap. he still won't let that go. You call Colin Kaepernick a coward. Don't know how you come to that conclusion. LeBron shouldn't feel racism is interesting to you. You went at, and I don't really defend LeVar Ball often, but you went at his neck about his coworker where that had nothing to do with you. It's just like it's been a pattern. You went at Serena Williams before. It's just been a pattern of it, and I can't stand the dude.
You can just tell he's miserable, man.
Hey,
It
I
is
just
what it
can't.
is. He's just one of them dudes. But that's why he has his job, because he stirs things up in an ignorant manner, and he caters to those type of people that share a different skin color from all of us in here that loves that type of stuff. So it's unfortunate, but like I said, he's trash. It is what it. Finals. You say 3.
Warriors in 3.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say sweep.
Okay.
Look, everybody coming on the dark side, so all y'all better not text me if something go wrong in y'all's predictions tomorrow night, because I'm still gonna be okay. So nobody text me. Cleveland win, don't nobody say nothing.
Nah, relax. Warriors in 6.
That's cool. It is what it is, man.
I just can't see Bron and Kyrie not going on getting at least one game.
Yeah.
Bron might. Kyrie's busy right
Don't
now.
let them get swept, though.
Hey, look,
I got these tweets ready. They fired up. They already in my drafts. They ready.
Hey, look, and he answered. You remember I asked you earlier this year, did he have tweets saved up?
For the Wizards?
Listen,
hell yeah.
And he just admitted
I'ma
it.
tell you.
Like, I'm done.
No,
like,
you don't understand how bad it was. When they lost, they was on that 3-9 start. It got so bad, I would just look at my phone and just wait for it to come through, and it'd be like playoffs, and that's it. I'm like, man, come on, man. Like,
It like happened 2 seconds ago.
But all I got, the game wasn't, all I would say is don't let them turn this around. I say, wait till All-Star break, and then it was over.
I remember, hey, look, it's crazy because he used to come telling me what you were doing, and then it just got less.
But I saw a tweet.
Less.
Hey, nah,
Then
I was real talkative.
Hold on. I saw you start tweeting like every month that they got better. He just got inactive.
Nah, he was hating.
It was amazing.
Man, he said every team going around, they're going to fall off sooner or later. It ain't
Because
that,
I went
man.
from seeing you on my timeline on 3 different accounts to not seeing you at all. It's Brian
I
Inge.
was real silent. Trying to hide.
3 different accounts. I was like, where's Inge? Nope. Well, thank y'all for coming in, man. Fun times as always. You guys welcome back anytime. Marcus, we wish you the best going forward.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having
You
me.
the same.
Should be in the NBA, man.
These are
High
facts.
level score.
Wizards, what's up, man?
You need
We might have
shooters.
to holler at the coaches. Be
Definitely
like,
need shooters.
Yeah.
And we definitely down for finder fees. Want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had a blast watching on Twitter and DCTV. We'll see you guys next week right here on The Focus. And don't forget, get over to finestmag.com. Get over to mymountainsports.com for your local coverage. All hoops over at Finest Mag. We do a little bit of everything over at My Mountain Sports. Together with The Focus, we'll see you guys next week.